Hey everyone, my name is Alvin. I'm a small business owner here in Southern California, and I'm doing a testimonial video. I've never really done one before, but pretty excited about Appointlet scheduling software that I felt like I needed to pay it forward and share with you about Appointlet and how scheduling softwares work. I spent about 6 months trying to find the perfect one, and for me, Appointlet is fantastic. Hopefully, I can save you that time to one, explain how scheduling software works and why I like Appointlet and maybe why you should get it. So scheduling software, it's very, I didn't understand it and now I get it. And I think it's crucial for any small business owner that needs to set up appointments with clients. And what you should think about is, what type of appointments do you have? Do you have like a 1 hour consultation with a client, a 2 hour consultation? And where do you meet? You want to meet at some random location, or an office, or their home, or their office. So little things like that are important. Do you collect a payment upon scheduling? Or don't you? And here's the concept. So if you have a Gmail account or a Microsoft Outlook calendar that syncs with your phone, so that's your online calendar. So that's great. And what you want to do is make that open to this software, where the client will then log into that first. They'll select the time that you're available. Let's say you only want to make it available Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So those are the dates that are going to look at your calendar. And if you have any openings, they can pick that and sign up and schedule some time with you. And once they schedule it, you get an email, they get an email, and it gets recorded onto your calendar. And it's as simple as that. So I'm a financial advisor, so for years people would send me their online calendar link and I would sign up. I didn't want to do it for myself because I was thinking I want to just do things personally with my clients. We exchanged emails, phone calls, text messaging until we finally got a date, and it was a lot of wasted time. So what I broke down 6 months ago. I broke down. I started researching everything out there. Probably 24 different types of companies. They have a lot of free trial periods. Some of them I tried them for like 5 minutes and just quit because they were too confusing. There's a lot out there. So let me tell you what I went through, and hopefully you don't have to go through what I went through. And just go ahead and choose Appointlet. So I went to like top 10 reviews, a whole bunch of reviews, and you'll see there's like these top 10 companies here. Hey, look, they're all great, but some are just better than others based on what your needs are. And Acuity is actually the one I settled in on, and I've been using for the last 3 to 4 months. They've been great for the most part. They have a lot of features, but something was missing, and about a few weeks ago I said I need to find something different. And I went to number 9, and Appointlet. Well, they're number 9. I think they need to be number 2 or 3. They definitely are not getting the credit they deserve. So let me show you what Acuity looks like. Here it is. It's nice. It's decent. It's got a lot of options. Remember I talked about different types of appointments. So they want here, they can meet at my office. They could have a follow-up at my office, a phone call with me, a 15-minute phone call, a webinar. We want to meet at a location like a restaurant, and so forth. So I got six different types of meetings here. And I had trouble setting it up. It's a lot of features. It was too confusing. But it looked nice. It worked. So I used it for a while. So it worked. Unfortunately, there were some features that were missing and something that just wasn't working. I said I got to find something else. Well, I found Appointlet. Take a look at how nice and pretty this looks. It took me about 3 to 4 hours to set this up right. And I gotta tell you, compare these two, Acuity and Appointlet, day and night. And look at these little icons, how pretty it looks. You can tell these are 5 different types of meetings. Over here, you really can't tell. Acuity, great. Let's say they want to meet at my office. They see the calendar November 8th that's available. They click that. 9 o'clock, November 8th. Continue, type in their name, last name, phone number, email. One thing about Acuity, you can ask additional questions. Some of the softwares out there, you can't not grab any more information, or it's very limited as far as customization. This has a checklist and so forth. So you just type all this in, you book it, it sends that person an email, and it sends me an email, and it records onto my calendar. Very straightforward. We'll take a look at Appointlet. Same thing, meet at my office. It looks prettier, it's easier. Click here. And this is what I really liked about it. I have the entire week at a glance. So I think we as humans, we kind of want to see the big picture and then pick a time. That's why Appointlet, in my opinion, is easier for me. So I click this, let's say, same information, email, name. You can collect whatever information, customize the fields. So in essence, Acuity and Appointlet have very similar services. But again, you type it all here. Here's a couple of other things that I thought was interesting. Here was the email that I got back from Acuity. Nice, it had the information, the time of the meeting, who we're going to meet with, and so forth. But it just didn't look, it looked very bland. So I ended up trying it with Appointlet, and take a look at this one. This one's a lot different. The UI is prettier. So imagine your client getting this, and with the logo, with information. What I also like is that, look at this, my address to my office. The client can click on this and it goes straight to a map. So imagine your client was driving to your office or location and they just don't know how to get there. They could just click on it. So that's another feature that I liked about Appointlet, that it had some clickable links to my email. They can reschedule right here. So it goes back to this thing. Acuity has that as well, but it's so much easier here. You can reschedule, cancel. I just really liked the user interface with Appointlet, and the features work, but that's not all. It's also the setup. So let me show you how easy it was to set up an appointment. I'm not going to go through Acuity. I just got to tell you, Acuity has a lot more features, but with more features, it's more confusing for you to set up. So right here, you set up the meeting types. You can create a meeting type. In this particular case, it's meet at my office. Here's a phone call, an introductory phone call, follow-up phone call. Let's meet somewhere else. Able to put a little logo here. So I downloaded clip art and uploaded it here. Meet at Starbucks. So different little things here. But let's take a look at this. Meet at my office. It has a special little link. So you can send just one link to this client, and it'll just have meet at my office option. They won't see all 5 options here. So all meeting types. So that's one. I uploaded the picture right here. Now, if you want to charge a fee, I don't have this activated, but you can charge a fee here. Here's your canceling options. You want to have, in other words, you give a 24-hour minimum to cancel. So you can have some here. I don't have any. Required notice to set up the appointment. Can your client reserve all the way to the last minute, or do you want to make sure that they schedule 24 hours in advance? Breaks, very important. So this is a buffer period right after a meeting. So in other words, you set up a meeting from a client sets up a meeting between 9 and 10 a.m. You want the next client to be able to set up a meeting from 10 to 11 and without a break. So you may want to have a 30-minute break before or after the meeting. So it automatically builds in 30 minutes, so it gives you a buffer time. Email notifications. Here's really cool. It sends a little bit customized email notice that you can add here, as well as reminder. So this is great. So you can set it up for reminder emails. Right here under settings, you can set up the reminder emails. I'll show you that in a minute. And then manual confirmation. So let's say you want to make sure that if you don't want it to automatically set up in your calendar, you want to approve it first. Just click here, and this particular meeting type will need a pre-approval before it sets on each other's calendars. So that's the meeting types. That you can make this public. There are some links that you can make private as well, like meet at Starbucks. So this is for friends and family. I can make it private, and so forth. Now, forms. Here are the actual form. So when someone signs up for a booking page, and they select the time, this particular form, what data do you need to collect? So you can actually change different data for different forms and different appointment types. So let's go back to this one over here. So you create all the fields first, and then you decide whether to assign it. So in this case, name of a meeting location and address of a meeting location. So let's say my client wants to meet at their home or their office. So I'm creating this field here, but it's not going to be in all of the meeting types. It's going to be on certain ones. How do I select that? Well, I go to meeting types and I choose which one I want it assigned to. So this request for a name of meeting location will only show up in, hey, Alvin, let's meet somewhere. So as you can see, you can easily customize the appointment information. And the checkbox right there, you can get that as well. So it's very cool. I'm interested in, let's click on this. So I'm interested in, so you guys can see all this. So you can make a checklist right here. So you drop down what you're looking for. Multiple choice, do you want it to be a checkbox, a single box, data fields, a time field, you name it. So in this particular case, it's a multiple choice field, and you type everything here and it shows up. So that's that. Payments, if you want to select payments, you can choose PayPal, QuickPay, Stripe. Again, that's a higher level membership subscription. Integrations, dozens of integrations. I don't know any of this stuff, but if you're wanting to integrate with other services, it's here. Let me go to settings real quick. Here you can change the name of your URL, so the link to sign up to your booking page, your logo, wording. You can change the wording a little bit on the booking page. Reminders, very important. Do you want to send a reminder email 24 hours in advance, and then the second email 1 hour in advance? You can do the third email 10 minutes in advance. So that's pretty cool. There's a calendar set to my calendar. When there's a booking, I also have my staff who's going to get a copy of this, so I added them as well. Webhooks, I'll confess, I don't know what that's about. Redirect, when they sign up, it could redirect to a specific web page if you want them to do that, a thank you page or something. So again, very easy to set up. I really like Appointlet. I hope you guys like it too. Give it a shot. At the bottom, if you get stuck or whatever, you're not quite clear how to set it up, just click on this chat button. They get back to you really quick, and the staff there, Lisa, who I was working with, was fantastic. Helped me. There are some things that that's not perfect, but for me, the UI and the ease to set this up and customize it and have many meeting types was what won me over and switched me from Acuity to Appointlet. So thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this, and give Appointlet a look, and hopefully you'll settle on a scheduling software, not only for your business, but it'll make your clients happy as well. I didn't think I would like it. As a financial advisor, I felt like I needed to do that personal touch with my clients to set up an appointment. Trust me, clients love the ease and efficiency of a scheduling software, especially if they have email. But again, if they don't have email, they can just put in their phone number or something like that. If they don't, obviously they'll call you and work it out. But anyhow, thank you for the time. I hope you enjoyed this, and hope you check out Appointlet. Take care. Bye-bye.